All right, man. I know everybody right now is going through a little bit of turbulent times. Well, I got the app just for you. It's called Team Culture. Now, Team Culture is the hip hop fun and exciting multi activity game for you and your friends with different challenges from acting or describing the words on each card. Now, the themes includes movies, TV, hip hop, R&B, and reality TV. Like I said, you want something to do, fun with you and your family. Look no further than in the top line of the description box right below me and download right now Team Culture. Whether you got an Android or an Apple, it don't even matter. It's compatible with both. Go down in the description box and download Team Culture right now. Tell them, oh, God sent you. Let's get it.
Man, that's crazy. But yeah, man, I want to talk about this. You actually mentioned this earlier, Sam, man. I'm scrolling through and I seen it pop up. Charlamagne and God, you was telling me, you know what I mean? His contract is due to expire in December, and people, a lot of sources, I guess, are saying that he is considering moving on. He has potentially a lot of other deals on the table, and somebody even quoted him as saying that he has mentally, pretty much quit on the show. I don't know how true that is, but that's stated there. But we know that the Breakfast Club is the premier, the number one, podcast, radio show, YouTube, whatever you want to call it, in the hip hop community. You have to concede that. I mean, most of the people right now have been influenced. I know I was influenced, to start, doing what I was doing by watching the Breakfast Club. So what do you think, though? Do you think he comes back? Do you think he should stay? Do you think that Charlamagne the God has outgrown that? What are your official thoughts on Charlamagne maybe walking away from the Breakfast Club?
It wouldn't surprise me either way. I lean more toward him walking away. We talked about this well over a year ago. When the gray area was supposed to go down and other opportunities were starting to come around and Charlamagne was less and less being seen on the Breakfast Club. These kind of rumors were starting to go around. You talk about the longevity of the show. All good things must come to an end. You see Angela Yee, Envy doing different ventures and all three of them not together. Common sense will tell you, all right, this ship may have ran its course. It doesn't surprise me. Charlamagne, arguably the most popular of the three, one could argue, and opportunities coming his way, it doesn't surprise me. Now, what I'm interested to see is what he does from here. You got some great lucrative opportunities to you. All that's fine and well. You preaching this do for self mentality. You're finally in a situation where financially you're comfortable enough to do that. What's next for Charlamagne the God? What's the next step up? You've done this. You had your arena. I think that you've done very successful. I give nothing but respect to you, even though there's some criticism that can come. I'd rather sit here and talk to you face to face about some of those things. But to go from where you went from to watch your evolution, even in Philly as a kid and listen to you as a DJ, nothing but salute to you, man. I'm glad you're in the position you're in. But now what's next? Is it to do for self? Is it to do this? Or are you going to sign that lucrative deal and be told what to do more? I'm curious. I'm curious to the next move.
You see him watering down after this?
It depends on the money. It depends on how lucrative that is. And I'm not mad at him, but you are in a day and age where the internet allows your entrepreneurship to go to another level. You've already established a great base of people who already know who you are. Anything you drop is going to do numbers because you are who you are. You don't need them. So is an immediate amount of real lucrative money. What's going to be the difference between you doing that and grinding and doing this remains to be seen. If he signs a major contract, I'm going to go along the lines of saying it's going to get watered down.
Man.
Because it won't be, to some certain degree.
Think about the Breakfast Club. Nothing's going to come close to what they were allowed to do, on the Breakfast Club. But like you say, man, we all know there's all good things at some point must come to an end, man. It's just like, it's been great. As much as we would all love to see them go another 10 years, I know I would. I don't want to see it. I'm a fan, of the show, of the way they do it and everything. I think we all pretty much grown to love, what they do, even though we don't agree with some of the tactics, some of the things that they do on there. But I think he's going to actually stay, man. I think that he's probably going to find a way to stay. That could be far-fetched. And I think they're going to tough it out for a few more years. But eventually, like you said, they're growing so big right now where it's just going to be like, they ain't going to be able to be there at that time no more. He may have to be on the West Coast. They may have to be over here. Their schedule. So, shout out to him, man. Look what they all done from that platform. Because when you put something like that together, there's no guarantee that's going to work.
And it wasn't a guarantee back then it was going to work.
Right. And then they were able to put it together and persevere and, birthed a lot of other people that even now you see the people who try to get that dynamic with the woman and everything like that. But shout out to the Breakfast Club. Shout out to Charlamagne the God, man. Wishing the best in whatever he decides to do in the future.
That's a fact, man. That's all I got to say on that.
Definitely. But yeah, man, tune into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother, Oh God, and Sandman going in today on this, what's today? Tuesday, man.
Yeah,
Coronavirus Tuesday. I want to talk about this right here and pull this up on my phone real quick because apparently a lot of workers, a lot of companies, I should say, are not or denying their workers or their people paid sick leave. Now, Bun B put a post up that said among the companies, McDonald's, who has a workforce of about 500,000 workers, Walmart with a workforce of about 300,000 workers, and Kroger, Subway, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Target, Marriott, Wendy's, all from 130,000 workers worldwide to about 300,000. But they're denying their workers paid sick leave. So what do you think about this amid this crisis going on? People out of work. You know, how you feel about this, man?
I think it's fucked up. Like, you looking at billion-dollar industries are going to receive tax write-offs and tax breaks from all of the giving that they could give right now to help the people anyway. I think it's an ultimate sign of greed, and it's absolutely disgusting. You talked about a Walmart, a Burger King, a McDonald's. You're talking about multi-million-dollar corporations, billion-dollar corporations, primarily placed in inner cities where minorities work and receive minimum wage to begin with. And now you take them out of these positions we don't know how much amount of time,
right,
for an indefinite amount of time, and now not pay them and put them in even more of a mass hysteria, mass paranoia. It's fucked up. It reminded me of a situation. You already know I used to work in Atlantic City. I used to work at the Golden Nugget out there in Atlantic City, and I read something. I guess they sent this to Angela Yee. They said, I work at the Golden Nugget Casino in Lake Charles. I want to remain anonymous for my job safety. We are out of work for 4 weeks, but the billionaire owner, Tillman Ferretti, won't pay us. We're the only casino that's not getting paid, and we're trying to make it viral. So can you please help us? Love your show. I used to work for this dude. He used to come in a $1 billion yacht. I'm talking about this yacht was better than some fucking mansions I've ever seen. It was like 3 stories, had a game room. The shit was laid the fuck out. But one of the most selfish men I've ever met in my life, would fire people on the spot, had some of the costume beverage dealers doing some real degrading, demeaning things, and was very stingy with money. He's also the owner of the Houston Rockets. Watched him personally do some things that weren't cool. So when I saw this, I'm like, man, fucking your heart's at right now. You're putting people in mass hysteria. It ain't costing you nothing to pay them. It ain't costing. You could find a fair way to manage and give wages. Don't got to be a full 40 hours. You ain't got to put them on vacation, but at least leave them comfortable to where they could buy groceries and shit. It's already hard enough to do now. So I don't agree with it at all, man.
Yeah, I don't either, man. But like I say, you know, as much as it hurts the heart, private businesses, they're allowed to do whatever they want to do in these type of situations. As much as we hate it, it just is what it is, man. When you sign up for these companies, you have to go by their rules, and that's the one thing that makes America. So hopefully those people can find a way, you know, to fight through it. I'm talking to people personally, you know, who are trying to put in New Jersey unemployment applications, and the system is crashed. It is not going through. So trust me, I know people, you know, people who are definitely feeling what's going on right now, and I just hope that everybody out there can make it, you know, through this time, because this is nothing like we ever dealt with. You know, because right now it's not really hitting us crazy, but people around me, it is. And this is new for us. We done with a lot of shit in our lifetime, but nothing, you know, quite, you know, like this. So once again, man, I think it's time for people to, you know, get together with their families, get strong, you know, and get back to some of the morals and things that, you know, got people to where they were. Like, it ain't always about the TV and stuff like that. It's about being with the family, reading, and, you know, trying to stay healthy and things like that through all this shit, man.
Dog, that's a great point, to have all the kids in the house and have a wife in the house and just be there.
Yeah.
That's a very rare thing. And it's like, all right, we got to mix this nonsense that's going on, take advantage of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get closer as a family. Let's talk more. Let's play some cards. Let's laugh. Let's joke. Let's get away from the phones. Let's get away from the bickering. Let's not have the kids working 12 hours a day on their school work and treating them like, nah, let's enjoy the time. I implore everybody to do that right now amongst all this shit. Oh, God, there's some breaking news that came through. Sports breaking news. Tom Brady has signed a $30 million deal to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I knew it.
It still sounds like Tom Brady has to dot the T's and cross the I's. It's essentially a done deal at this point. Unclear how long the contract's for. Guessing it's on the shorter side, considering Tom Brady is 42 years old. You've seen Drew Brees just signed a 2-year contract. They're about 10 touchdowns apart and the all-time touchdown leader. So I'm guessing it's about at least a 2-year contract too.
That's what's up.
What's your thoughts?
I think it's what's up, man. I'm interested to see what goes down there. It might be more of a move like, all right, Florida, I'm retiring. Tampa's a beautiful place to retire. But
hell yeah.
Knowing Brady, he wants to try to win a bowl.
Exactly.
And, the NFC is open as anybody right now. I'm not real familiar of, a lot of the weapons down there. Who's down in Tampa Bay?
They got Michael Evans down there. So
Okay.
Nice
They got a pretty decent defense, I guess.
They got a nice team. I mean,
Right.
Jameis Winston went through 30 interceptions. They'd have been all right, but he also
Right.
had 30 touchdowns. So they were in the middle and running things.
Okay.
It'll be all right. That's a division winnable. Oh no, shit. They got New Orleans. You got Carolina, who just signed Bridgewater, and you got Atlanta. So they'll be in the hunt.
What about Cam Newton? Does you think you see him being in Carolina next year?
Hell no.
He's out of there.
He's
Huh?
done. He's done. I don't know if you heard the beef that they had going on. He said that the Panthers made a statement that they've allowed him to seek trades, and he's like, "Nah, what do you mean? Y'all making me seek a trade? I don't want to seek a trade." It's the power phrases. So I think that ship has ran its course. I think I see him in Chicago, unless we bear a surprise, and we'll find out soon. It's just heating up.
Yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, man, hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast, episode 330. Hey, don't forget to hit that 5-star rating before you get out of here. Also, if you got a moment, man, share this link with a friend or family member. You ain't got nothing to do anyway. You're sitting in the crib, sharing the podcast, while you're cleaning up the house or you're going for a drive in the morning. It's a good podcast there for you to listen to, man, and do your thing. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. With that being said, man, that's your brother Sandman over there, Viral Hip Hop News. I'm Oh God, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Over and out. Peace.